In this line, everything looks normal until it doesn't. White castles develops quickly and suddenly black is on a tightrope. One careless move and the game can be over before it even begins. Let's dive in. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5. This is the starting position of Italian game. And here the main idea is to play c3 and d3 or d4, but we play castling here. And after knight f6 we play d4 immediately. And here black is already in a position where he has to play very precisely. As we see, knight c6 is already a blunder, and if pawn takes d4, then white can have Max Lange attack with good attacking prospects. So if pawn takes here, e5, d5, takes, and now rook e1 or pawn takes g7, and this is Max Lange attack. You can check details from some other video. Okay, but what happens after knight takes d4? We take on e5 and suddenly f7 pawn is very weak. If black castles, these two are going to get in trouble because the knight is pinned and the only move is knight e6, but then white can take here, and after bishop takes e3 we can continue with bishop takes f7 and then king h8. Here is many ways to continue, for example just bishop back to b3 or taking on e3 like this. But here black can take with bishop, which is the main idea of course, and then we just take the bishop, and again black has to play precisely. If knight takes d4, then we can follow with f4. By the way, if pawn takes here, we can just push e5 because this e5 pawn is untouchable. If black takes it, we can play rook e1 and then f4 will win the knight. So here the best idea is to play d5, but then we have very good version of this kind of Max Lange position. So black has to take d4 to keep position level. And now the main idea in database is f4 or bishop g5 and later f4. But in those lines black can equalize if he knows what to do. And here is one fresh idea with bishop e3, but let's first look at the main option, f4. Here if knight goes to c6, black is losing again because white has very nice idea. This brilliant sacrifice leads the winning position for white. After king takes f7 we can take this and now there is a pin. Black has to take on e5 and then queen check, and again the pin on f-file helps white to take the knight on e5. And now if king goes to e8 like here, this is probably the most precise way to play with white pieces. There is still some other good options, but in this position black's king is in danger, and also pawn structure is very good for white. This pawn is untouchable because rook will go to e-file very soon, and these pieces are going to develop very quickly. And other king moves like f8 doesn't work either, because now similar idea works with queen e7, and after d6 we can play queen d4, and the threat is e5 again, queen e7, and now knight c3 and knight d5 is a threat here. c6, bishop f4. There's other moves also, but this is just an example how white can get winning position easily. Okay, after taking d6, e5 is the next idea, and black will lose the knight on f6. Okay, but if black knows what to do, he will play d6, and now it seems that there is no good ways to create good attacking chances. Probably the best idea is just not bishop d3. That is one option, but taking just here and play bishop g5, and now queen e7 is very good choice for black, because black can continue with bishop e6 and long castling, and white has to be very precise to keep position equal. Here knight c3 is probably the best idea, because there is one option that which might work if black tries more than just equal with queen c5. This can lead disastrous positions easily, because the same kind of sacrifice on f7 works again. We can do this, and there is no real threat if I mean, this kind of discovery attack, it's not working well. Queen h5, and if king goes here, white can continue attack with knight d5, and it doesn't really matter if there is rook on a1 or not, and other king moves are not good either. For example, if king goes to g8, white can take here, check, and the threat is queen e8 in some cases, but here the best idea is to just take here, because there is checkmate like this. If king goes to f8 here, the same idea works again, check, taking here. There's lots of different kind of checkmate ideas, but for example this will win quickly, and now queen to f8, white can make checkmate easily. Okay, but if black knows what to do, he will play bishop e6 here, and probably the best idea is to play knight d5, and there will be some trades like this, castling, c3, or first taking on f6 and then c3, but this will go the same position, and then queen b3, and now there is threat on b7, and after, let's say, knight c5, queen c4, this position is playable, but a little bit better for black according to the computer. Or c6, this can lead to rook ending if queen takes here, but actually this will favor white after taking here, because now there is good majority, and these pawns are not getting anywhere. So this is slightly better for white, but okay, black can take with pawn, and this is something like equal or a little bit better for black. But if you are looking for some fresh ideas, after knight takes d4, and if it seems that your opponent knows the main ideas, if he plays very quickly those moves thus far, you can try bishop e3, and this is a kind of fresh idea, because now black can easily go astray here, like okay, first have to play knight c6. Knight e6 is also a move, but this is a human move to be played, and then f4. And now if black plays d6 carelessly, then f5 is a good option, and now we will have at least a small advantage. But if black knows what to do, he should take here or play queen here and then take on f4 later. But there are still some chances to create threats and get advantage. Here it seems that the best idea is to put bishop on d5. It defends e4, and if black takes this knight, this will be good for white, because e file is now it will open, and if black takes here, we can take bishop d6, knight c3, and there is some chances to create attack if black castles on king's side. And this position is quite equal, even black plays the right moves. Okay, other option here which leads disaster for black is taking this pawn. Now white can play queen d5, and there is threats on e4 and also on f7. Knight d6 doesn't help, because white can take this e5, and there is no chance to take c4 because checkmate will follow. Okay, so after d6 we can follow with f5, and again knight takes e4 is a mistake, because then queen d5 hits the knight, hits the pawn, and knight g5 is needed. Here white can play here, here and here, but after king d8 it's not so easy to break black's position. So the better idea is just play knight c3, because now this knight is in trouble, h4 is coming, and actually it seems that there is nothing better than knight e7. The threat knight takes d5 is bigger than bishop takes g5, so queen d7 is needed. But here again this knight is in trouble, and after h3, I mean h6, white can just take this knight or play for more with f6, which is the best move according to the computer, and taking here, white can go for an attack, and according to the computer this is clearly better for white already. So this is how Italian can punish careless play. Thanks for watching.